Thing is certain in life except for death and taxes, but in New Orleans, death may lead to a property owner's taxes going uncollected. The Inspector General's office recently uncovered several cases of property assessment fraud after death, leaving the city short tens of thousands of dollars. Investigative reporter Mike Pearlstein explains.
This recent report by the New Orleans Inspector General exposed 3 city properties that were underpaying property taxes by improperly claiming a freeze on property tax assessments. The cases were exposed through tips to the IG's office that revealed a property owner had died, but the new owner improperly kept the tax freeze, which is only granted for the disabled and people over 65. The assessment is the value of a home that determines how much the owner pays in taxes. This property uptown was one of the original 3 caught by the Inspector General's office. Even though the previous owner died in 2013, the assessment freeze was maintained until it was flagged last year. The city is getting $48,000 by clawing back the unpaid taxes, but Interim Inspector General Ed Michel has identified 7 more properties and wants to launch a more aggressive investigation that could uncover many more.
We can uncover as many of these as we can receive, and we need the public's help.
Today, Michelle told a city council committee that the amount of underpaid taxes could be in the millions.
You're looking at, on the low end, $1.5 million.
Assessor Errol Williams said his office has removed about 80 tax freezes this year, but he knows there are many more out there.
Some of them are because of age freeze, people being deceased, and some of them are just outright fraud from short-term rentals. Williams
welcomes the Inspector General's help.
You have to follow the debt notices, and given the number of people who have died from COVID, it is a lot of work. It requires a lot of policing.
So if you have an assessment freeze that you think you might not be entitled to, correct it now before the city does it for you. Mike Pearlstein, Eyewitness News.
The unpaid taxes uncovered so far come to much more than $48,000, but the law only allows the city to recoup the amount that was underpaid over the past 3 years. Intentionally claiming an assessment freeze is punishable by a fine of up to $500.